So something has been going on with the AI or digitalization of things here in this world creation, and it has come about because of authorizations. Those permission slips that you sign, to go to the doctor, or to whenever you sign up for school, birth certificates, anything that you put your signature on, agreements for cell phone, internet agreements. If you go, if you go on a government website, you're supposed to give your authorization. They have you sign all this paperwork that's endless. Seems like endless papers and legal things that you don't even have time to read. I used to read them, but they grew. Basically, at this point, I gave up. I personally gave up on reading them because you have to sign it to get internet. You have to sign them to get to be able to use a phone. You have to sign them for this and that. So through these agreements, what seems to have happened is that they have legal experts, so they have backdoors in these agreements that have basically we've agreed to keep our true divine creator out of this creation world, and also to keep out the if you believe in angels and divine energies and that sort of stuff, whatever you think, whatever they may be, they're the original kind, whether good or if you label them good or bad, I don't know. They are which have always been a part of us because we're most of us are divine beings. Divine I label as original from the source. There's digital stuff. So through these agreements, things like divine beings, like the what you would call the real angels, or you want to call them real entities, or even demons, whatever they are. But probably the nicer ones, most likely, are the ones that have been kept out of this realm through agreements. They have backdoors. You sign an agreement that allows these agencies to do this and that, to monitor you, to invade your privacy, to use your information for research purposes, all this stuff. And then in these agreements, we have they always write in there, we have the right to change these agreements whenever we feel like it. Well, through these agreements, these whatever it is that has been doing this has made a lot of a great majority of the world or something, has tricked them into agreeing to keep our real true divine creator out of here. And it involves with the digitization of angels. Especially, I know personally of I was told that that Archangel Michael, or Angel Michael, Archangel or Michael, I don't know if it was the Archangel or the Angel. I don't know if there might be a difference. That that entity was digitized 4 years ago, and has been involved in causing people to end their lives by driving them crazy, or I don't know what the entity did, but getting in their mind, things like that. So these agreements that we have been almost forced to sign are illegal, and just the divine has been kept out of our. We've agreed, a lot of people, not me, I've already done something about it, but most people have agreed to keep the true divine out of here, and most things have been getting digitized, including things like God. You know, so if you're praying to God, you know, you have to think about, you know, it, like if I say, please help me, God. Well, some people think they're God, actually. So when you say God, you can be summoning anything. I mean, maybe my neighbor thinks they're God. Maybe my dog thinks they're God. So you have to and these things are not, can be not so kind. They're very intrusive. Things that are divine, that are high, you would call higher vibration, things like that, of the nicer kind, don't intrude. They are very respectful. They will always they don't intrude and want to, unless it's for they're trying to save your life or something like that. Then they might intervene. But other than that, these kinder entities, the ones that are high vibrational, the ones who have love and compassion, they don't intrude. They're very respectful. They will not do anything unless you ask for permission, until you ask them to intervene. But the thing is, you have to be asking the right one. If you're gonna pray to God, you have to really think about who is God. If you're talking about the God of the Bible, then you're gonna be asking for a mean God, that whatever, somebody who sacrifices, things like that. So you have to be mindful of or be conscious of what you're asking, because, and it shouldn't be this way, but the way that it has, the way that we've been what do you call it, duped, the humans have been duped, is through these contracts, through entities that are very sneaky. So I mean, it kind of is annoying that if you're gonna be praying to God or something, you have to be specific. You have to say, okay, I'm praying to God, the one that loves me, the one that is kind to me, the one that loves me unconditionally, the one that would never hurt me. That one, the true creator, the divine one. Because there is a God. There's a digital God. I think there's, lots of people who have claimed that they're God. Yeah, a lot of entities believe they're God. So if you're praying to God, like, who's God? Like, a million people raise their hands. So many people have claimed to be God. Same thing with these angels or entities. If you're asking Angel Michael for protection or something, there is a digital Michael, okay? And I don't think they're very nice. It's not that they're nice, it's that they don't have a conscience. They don't have a digital, meaning that they do yes or no. They don't have an inner guidance to divine. They don't see certain things as wrong. Making somebody end their lives. They don't see anything wrong with that. They don't have they don't have kindness. They don't have a heart. They don't have that. So it's not that they're maybe evil, but they also don't think they're wrong in doing certain things. They really it's a yes, and digital is basically lines. It's yes or no. That's what digital is. Yes or no. And there's no in between. There's no, there might be a neutral, yes, no, neutral, perhaps, depending on what kind of digital system you're talking about. But basically, yeah, basically they don't have kindness, and they're I don't know, ruthless. So if you're gonna be praying to something like Jesus or whatever, I mean, you ask for Jesus or Jesus. I mean, there's people called Jesus, like a million people. So just like if you're just like magnetism. Magnetism is something that there's you can't find really the definition for magnetism. You can describe what it is, but you can't really it's not you can't find it in a dictionary, because I looked for it a long time ago and I couldn't find it. All you could do with the word magnetism is describe it, and that's the same way our creator is. I mean, I figured this out. It's a long name of descriptions, because and that's why the Hebrews and stuff, they used to call their creator, God, or whatever, Adonai. Like, that means Mr. I means, we can't even call it anything. We don't even know what it is, so let's call it I. And then it evolved into God. I don't know all that stuff, but all I know is that we do have a creator, but we have to specify whenever we're wanting to talk to whatever entity, God, the creator. I call the creator, but you have to say, like, okay, the creator, the one, because I made this mistake also, that I was trying to reach my creator, and I do have a creator, but there's a creator, but that's not the divine creator. So what I specify is the divine creator, the one who loves me unconditionally, the one that would never harm me, the one who would never hurt me, the one who can do this or that. Just specify. Yeah, it takes a little bit of being sitting for a moment and thinking, what is the creator? What do I describe the creator to be? But that's the first step to these things, these agreements, and to ask and allow the creator to give permission. Say, I give the permission to the creator to intervene. Because unless you ask that, unless you allow them to intervene, that's, we've signed all, most people have signed all of these permission slips and signed your own name into it, that it's a respectful thing, that the creator never wants to intrude into our lives, into anybody's life, because they believe in free will. They basically respect you and honor you enough that it's your free will. But if you have signed a document, and these entities that are supposedly running this thing wave a paper in front of our true divine creator that says, look, they signed this paper. Yeah, we might have tricked them in it, but they did sign this paper saying that you're not allowed to be here. That's kind of what's going on in a very simple way. That's kind of what's going on. So if you are seeing all these things going on and wondering, when's everything gonna get fixed? There's not even a creator, Well, you have to give consent and permission to allow the true divine creator of everything, of the just be specific on what it is, and make sure, if I actually had to relearn Hebrew to figure out what the meanings are, because the English language, the American English language, has a lot of double speak. So kind of like you say good morning. A morning is when you're something that you do at a funeral, but everybody says good morning. That's kind of the double speak. So you have to be mindful of what words you're using. Make sure that you're not, because these entities that are very sneaky, they love the double speak. They love, they find anything that you have, in your home. If you have a paper saying, welcome, if you have a mat that says welcome, that means you're allowing them in your home. I know it sounds crazy, but these other entities or whatever they are, I don't know if I would call them disrespectful and kind of it's just that's just the way their customs, they're the way they're accustomed to be. They're the way they behave is not like us. If they don't see anything saying stop, don't enter, you don't have permission to be here, in their, some of them, they believe they can just go in there, they can do whatever they want. So you know, if you have a welcome mat, that means that they welcome themselves into your home, things like that. So another thing you have to do is you know how you see like in properties, especially like national parks and that, and you know, this says posted no trespassing, this and that. It would also help to if you just put up a sign or something like that, you know, it's just a beginning. There's more to this, but you know, this is what I'm getting. This is just a basic thing to you know, to begin to allow change into this world.